you guys. Welcome to our countdown to Christmas community conversations. I'm excited to have you join me on this little journey that we're going to do in the month of December. If you don't know me, my name is Shonda Stegall, and welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel, I share my life, I share journeys that I'm going on, like a walking journey to lose weight. I share things I'm doing with my children and my family. I share my Bible study methods. I share a lot of things. I just share my life. And this month, I'm sharing my friends with you as we count down to Christmas and we have conversations about all things faith and family. And we're going to have some fun as well. If you're here in the chat, please comment and let me know that you're here. I'm so excited to have one of my friends. I've thought about this today, how long I've known her. I've known her for the last 6 years at least. And I forced her to be my friend while we were both in seminary together. And it's been a great friendship ever since. I'm so glad to have her with me. Anytime I say, hey, do you want to go live? She's like, sure. You need a friend like that when you're trying to do this whole YouTube thing. So I'm going to welcome her in. This is Monique Jennings. Welcome, Monique.
Hey, Shonda.
Yay. I'm so glad you're back. This is probably what, time 4 or 5 that you've joined me on this YouTube channel?
Has it been that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we've done some group stuff too.
Yes. So I'm so glad you're here with me tonight. We are going to be talking about creating new traditions because Monique is getting married.
Yeah. I thought when you were talking about our friendship, you were going to say that you're in the wedding, that you're.
I am. I was so surprised when I got the invitation to be in the wedding. I thought it was a save the date. And so I was like, oh, wow, this is a pretty fancy save the date. And then I opened it and I was like, oh, I'm in the wedding. I was so excited. I'm so excited. And Monique is like, she really needs to put together a kit of all the things she's doing to prep for her wedding because it is a whole beautiful situation. Like today, we were all introduced to all the other bridesmaids, and it wasn't just like, here's a list of the people. There was little descriptions of each person and why they're a part of the party and why they're valuable in her life. And it was just like, this is beautiful. Everything has been so beautiful, so intentional, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. So thanks, Mo.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so we're going to be talking about creating new traditions. And Monique, you love all things like traditions and family and community and fellowship. So tell me, like, what has this transition been like for you? Having a whole new man situation in your life that you have to account for as you make plans for your holidays.
Yeah, it's been a little challenging for multiple reasons. Well, and exciting. I think it's challenging and exciting. I think the new is exciting, but it's also challenging, like trying to think through what is this actually going to look like for us with emerging families together and traditions that he has had with his family and traditions that I've had with my family, and then also anticipating a family of our own and what will that look like. So it's been part like, yeah, let's think about this and talk about it, but also let's also live in the moment and be present where we are. So the pull between those two, I think, has been the challenge with, like, okay, we're still in this season, let's enjoy this, but let's also consider how our lives are going to change really soon.
Really soon, really soon. And it's also like the long distance situation. Like
Mhm.
you're trying to integrate families over thousands of miles. So
Right.
it brings a whole nother set of challenges. Have y'all made any decisions about like which family gets which holiday and
Yes and no. So Thanksgiving is a bigger holiday for his family as far as family coming together, and Christmas is for mine. However, my thought is that that changes when there are grandchildren in the picture. Like, his parents are going to feel differently about Christmas when there's grandchildren. So I think there will have to be some alternating. I don't think we'll be able to always just do Thanksgiving here and always do Christmas away. We'll probably have to do some flopping, and then prayerfully, maybe sometimes, grandparents can come to us and it can be a combined thing, but some of it is a wait and see. We're also like next year, probably nothing is happening after this wedding for a year. It may just be shut down. We're not going anywhere as far as travel. So some of that is to be determined, but we have kind of looked at, okay, what has worked, what has been like the major holiday for your family and for his, and then trying to figure out what that could look like.
My dad just today was harassing me about Christmas with his grandchildren. I'm like, they
See?
are adults. Like, call them. Make those arrangements with them. He's
Yeah,
still advocating for more holiday time with the grandchildren. So I think you're right about like things kind of change. Like, I think he was okay with me not coming home,
right.
but his grandsons, they're
That's
not
a whole
coming.
different story.
It's a different story. So that's
Mhm.
okay. Well, this is a great season. Are there any family traditions that you all have for Christmas specifically that you're like really looking forward to bringing Aaron in on?
No.
No?
I mean, so I think I have a love-hate relationship with traditions. I think I rather,
Okay.
uh rather than keeping traditions, I rather create memories. And I feel like that relieves me of some of the pressure of like, okay, I gotta maintain this for the next decade or 2 or 3 or 4. Like, once you start something and having to keep up with it, it's just a lot and it's hard. And I think I
Yes.
also, because I'm a person that loves personality stuff and love language, I think I'm also realizing, one, primarily from my relationship, that there are things that are fun and exciting and life-giving to me, but not necessarily for other people. And so I feel like there kind of has to be some compromise with what's done and how it's done. So I think for me, it's important to create memories. And what's of value to me is time. And so, like last year, one thing I think, I don't know that we did it every year, but I know we did it a lot because I remember as me and my family would drive around and look at Christmas lights.
Hmm.
And so there is a friend, Serena. She's actually in my wedding as well.
Hmm.
Um,
I met her
and
today.
we probably for the last, I don't know if it's been like 3 or 4 years, we'll like order a pizza, eat it in a car, and drive around and look at Christmas lights. And then last year, I also did it with my nieces. We went to In-N-Out, ate, got hot chocolate, and then I took them to look at Christmas lights. So that's kind of one of the things. But I think for me, the important thing is time. So this year, I'm like, do I want to do like decorate cookies? Christmas cookies or like a gingerbread house, something like that with my nieces. I don't remember at all what I got them for Christmas last year, and I doubt that they remember what I got, but I remember clearly the dinner and the Christmas lights. And so that's kind of the things that are important to me. My fiance, a gift to him would probably be time alone. As social as he is, like quality time is not high on his love language list.
Hmm.
And so, what is going to be memorable and life giving to me is not necessarily the same for him. So, it's finding balance between the two and making time for family and memories. But we've talked a little bit about traditions and what we want to, we were actually talking about Hallmark movies. And he asked me if I watched them, and I said, "No, but, like, if you want to, we can. Do you watch them?" And he said, "No." So I was like but it was just like, okay, what's an idea of something that we could do that could be a tradition? But I feel like with us, it's probably gonna change year to year, and it's gonna be more about us being intentional with time and serving each other than it will be, like, something that we do every single year.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You said something in the beginning about like you don't want to be stuck doing something every year just because it's a tradition. Let me tell you, looking back as a mom over all these years, don't start anything that you don't want to have to keep doing. Because in 2005, I made cookies on the first day of school, and I have made cookies on the first day of school for the last, how many years is that? 17 years? I don't even know how many years, because it became a thing. Like I did it one time and then it's been something we have to do. And I don't know if you saw the live I did with my sons yesterday, but I've been making Christmas pajamas for the family for years. And turns out my oldest son doesn't even like that. And I'm like, you could have set me free years ago, sir. I mean, every year I'm like, what's the theme? What are we going to do? What are we coming up with? And he's totally dreading the whole thing. So I don't know what other traditions they can set me free of, but I'm open to hearing it
But
because
what made you do that? Like, what made you say, "I wanna have matching pajamas for my family"?
like you, I like to create these little moments, a memorable moment. And I think it's really memorable if we're all dressed in the same. I think the very first year that I did them, each person's shirt had something on it, like I saw it somewhere and it was like, I'm the boss, I'm the rule follower, I'm the this. So everybody had one of those. And then the next year, I feel like one of those children said, are we getting Christmas PJs again? And then here we are, years later, I'm still doing it. So I,
I love it. I love the cookies on the first day of school. I might steal that one.
yeah,
I do like that. I mean, I'm talking as if I have children or that, there's one on the way. There isn't, but,
yeah.
God willing, one day I may be making cookies for my child going to kindergarten or preschool.
I mean, it's a fun thing, but they've taken it too far, Mo. Like they're in college and they're calling like, "Did you send the Tips treats because it's the first day of school?" I'm like, "Those are if you live here, you don't get cookie delivery."
But that's
And
great. I'm sure they feel so loved when they get
I'm
those.
sure they do. I do send the Tips treats too, so I'm a sucker for a tradition and a memory and a moment. So they know that too.
Yeah.
I have some questions here for you, Mo. I
Okay.
put some Advent related questions and some just conversational questions. And
Okay.
if you all have questions that are watching, you can share them in the chat. Okay, so these are from the Cultivate What Matters Advent Christmas collection. I think this is the cover. Yes, and it says, oh, can you see it? It
Mhm.
says, "Let us adore him. Let us adore him." And it's a cultivated Advent. And I was saying, we throw around the word Advent, and I don't think everybody even knows what it means. Like not everyone grows up with that tradition, but Advent is the time of waiting with anticipation as we head to Christmas. So it starts the Sunday after Thanksgiving and it goes until Christmas Eve, and it's all about having anticipation in your heart and in your intentions as we anticipate celebrating the arrival of Christ incarnate in the flesh on Christmas Day, the day we acknowledge as his birthday. So these cards are from that collection. And this first question is, what do you want more of this Advent? What do
Mm.
you want more of this Advent in this season leading up to Christmas as we count down to Christmas? What do you want more of? And y'all can answer in the chat too. I'd love to know what you
Yeah, y'all
want
answer
more
in
of.
the chat 'cause I would say more intentional time. I think I mentioned to you, Shonda, that when I got my new job and realized that I would have Mondays off, I had all these plans for intentional things that I would do. Time with my nieces, time writing, time with the Lord, like that would be a good day for studying. And it just hasn't happened. So I think particularly this month, rounding out the year, my job blesses us with 2 weeks off at the end of the year. So, in those 2 weeks, I think just being really intentional with my time, with drawing close to the Lord, and then also having some good family time towards the end of this month. But even before that, just being really intentional with my time.
Mhm. That's good. Mine is similar. Like I said, I got that Advent kit. So I am trying to do this journal every day. It's every day there's a scripture that's about Christ and his coming. And so I've been using each day to be intentional about just getting in the word. It's not I mean, those passages actually have been a little bit longer, which is great, because that just extends my time in the Word each day. But just taking the time to slow down in the mornings and just spend the time in the Word has really been great to focus my mind each day. And it's not a discipline that I can sometimes do on my own, like without this tool, you know. So it's been helpful to have that. Especially in this season, because the next question I'm asking you is what do you want to do less of this Advent? Especially in the season where you can be focused on so many other things like shopping and all, decorating, all these other things can steal your attention in this time. So, what do you want less of in this season?
Mm. I think it's tied to the intentional time, and what I mentioned earlier as far as being in the moment. I think in the last few months, I've just found myself in spurts really stressing about the future, and future as in like the next 6 months to a year.
Mhm.
Like, Shonda, I have an issue with jobs, like going on and trying to find a second job for additional income and having to talk myself down, or people having to talk myself down to be like, you don't need that right now.
Mhm. Girl,
And
enjoy those
knowing
Mondays. Do
that you
not
have
feel
to
that Monday.
realize. So yeah, just like, and even like I have an issue with making up scenarios in my head of like what could go wrong or what could happen. And so like I'm in counseling, so my therapist has told me just enjoy the moment. Like just be in the moment,
Mhm.
enjoy the season that you're in. It's good, it's sweet. Like don't ruin it by being 6 months ahead and being 6 months ahead with a scenario that may or may not happen. So I think less of that, embracing the season that I am, finding joy in the season that I'm in, and really just like being excited about the life that I'm living right now.
That's good. That's good. Catastrophizing is, a favorite pastime of mine.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Yes, that's good. Okay. Um, would you ever want to travel somewhere completely new for the holidays?
Mm. I think if I had a family and it was centered around building memories with my immediate family, I think I would enjoy that. I
Where
would
would you
not enjoy that solo.
mm,
Yeah,
yeah. Where would you go?
anywhere. I don't think the place matters. The people would be more important to me. But I'm not a big fan of the snow, so probably nowhere that was super cold where I was
Mhm,
gonna have to worry about shoveling snow or
mm.
driving in the snow, but as long as it was semi-decent weather, and had good food, I'd be up for it.
Okay, so thank you for the segue because the next question is what are some of your favorite holiday foods?
Oh, so Thanksgiving has been one of my favorite holidays because of the food. Like, I
Mhm.
just really enjoy Thanksgiving menu. Macaroni and cheese, ham, but my family on Christmas does gumbo. And I'm not the biggest fan of gumbo, but I do love seafood. So what my mom usually does is she pulls the gumbo contents out because we do crab, shrimp, sausage, chicken, all that. She'll do like a dry version of that for me, and I have it on top of rice. So I do enjoy that because I love crab, love shrimp. I've gotten more into gumbo in my more recent years, but it used to be like, "No, I don't want gumbo, just give me the contents without
Okay,
all the
you have to
extra."
tell me how your family became a gumbo family in California.
I don't know, I think it's just always been. Yeah, I'd have to ask, I don't know. But
Okay.
yeah, every Christmas that I remember has been gumbo.
Interesting, because every Christmas I remember has been gumbo, but I grew up in Louisiana, so that makes sense. But you growing up in
Yeah,
California,
I
I'm like,
don't know, it may have started with my grandmother. I don't remember if she's from Louisiana or has family in Louisiana, but I know she made gumbo because she taught my sister-in-law her recipe and how she makes it. So
Oh,
I don't know if it started with her and it just came on to us, or I don't know. If my mom is watching,
Miss
it's her
Terry, tell us how
mother-in-law
y'all became
can
gumbo people.
can tell us because she makes the gumbo every year. So and now my brother and his wife, they make gumbo every year on Christmas too. So
Okay, I love
yeah.
it. So that means I'll feel right at home if I come for the holidays.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you are so intentional. So I really want to know your answer to this. What has been one of your favorite gifts to give?
Oh, I'm horrible with gifts. I'm horrible with gifts, Shonda, because on my love language, gifts are low. So I will make like around the holidays, I'll have a desire to do something with people. Like, let's have a meal together. Let's go to the movies. Let's go look at Christmas lights. But I am the biggest procrastinator. Like, I'm the person that has Amazon delivering on Christmas Eve
Oh
because
my
this
gosh.
niece or this nephew don't have a gift yet. And
Oh,
then I did feel like I used to stress over gifts, but I got to the point where I realized I didn't remember what I got the year before. And I was like, they probably don't remember either. So why am I stressing over this gift? Just get something and be done with it. So yeah, I'm not a great gift giver.
I am surprised.
Yeah. You're probably thinking of the gifts that you see me get for Aaron.
Well, I mean,
I mean, also, I feel like I've been intentional with those, and I'm also kind of kicking myself because I feel like I've started something that, again,
apparently it's going to be a challenge for you to keep up.
definitely will be. Um, but yeah, no, gifts are not my thing. I always get to the point where it's time to get a gift, and I'm like, man, I should have thought about this like a month ago or two, so I really could have gotten them something that was meaningful, but I'm usually grabbing a gift card and a candle or
This is hilarious. Jen said the gifts she gives are gifts and memes. She gives the gift of laughter.
yes, a little
I
fun.
love it.
I love it.
Okay, well, have you had a favorite gift you've received?
For Christmas or
I
just
mean, we're counting down to Christmas.
um, I don't know, Shonda.
Okay, this is hilarious to me. But now I know quality time is your number one.
Yeah.
So I'm not buying you anything else. I'm just going to hang out with you all the
Yes,
time.
I love that. I love that.
Okay, so the first week of Advent is about hope. And hope in Christ, of course, is the direction for that. So as you hope, I mean, this is I know what the surface level answer is, so give me something else. But what do you hope the next year holds?
What's the service level answer?
I'm sure it has something to do with Aaron. The low hanging fruit is something about Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, it would be connected to him, but I think just with, like, the transition of life and marriage and relocation for him, the hope is that, one, that we both move through that well. I don't anticipate that it won't be challenging, but, just that we can be supportive to each other because it's gonna be an major adjustment for both of us. Um, but I think beyond that, um, I feel like sharing this one is going into my spiraling of, like, worrying about 6 months or a year, but one of the stresses that I've had for no particular reason, just because I know of people who have struggled in this area, or just things I see online. Social media is dangerous. But the hope that there aren't fertility issues,
Mhm.
I think for both of us, like there is a high desire for family and children, and um that has been something that constantly like comes into my mind. Like, what
Mm,
does life look like if this is a challenge? Which I also that's also something that I processed and talked through with my therapist. Is like, okay, if there is, then what? Like,
mhm.
based on what you know about him and about what you know about yourself, like, what do you think the response will be? And so I think in that, just like the hope is not even necessarily thinking of that specifically, but just holding on to the hope that regardless of what challenges we face in the next year or 2 years, that like we've built a strong foundation to be able to get through it.
Mhm.
So I'm like, what a thing that I'm not good at is when things are really good, I'm just waiting for I'm just waiting for the thing to go wrong.
Yeah.
And so I think shifting my focus on like not waiting for things to go wrong, but I thought about Mrs. Evans when I thought about this when she talked about like get in the word and build your relationship with the Lord before you need it. Like don't
Yeah.
wait until things get tough and then you're trying to memorize scripture and then so I think all of that is tied to like it goes back to the intentionality, like what I want more of, and that's time with the Lord, growing closer to the Lord, so that in both like the joys and the sorrows, there's the strength to, move through it with a joy,
Yeah.
regardless of if it's joy in the midst of like heartbreak and hard things.
Yeah. Oh, you're so deep. That was very
Shonda.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you for being vulnerable enough to share what you're really thinking about for this,
Mm,
we can spiral on the catastrophizing, of course. We
right.
call it sixing, but we'll leave it at that.
Yes, it's definitely sixing.
Your mom gave us an answer. She said her previous message didn't send, but you are correct. The gumbo tradition began with your paternal grandmother making gumbo on Christmas, and that you all continue it with your family. So now you have to
Oh,
learn it.
see, that makes me wanna eat it. Now I'm like, "Oh, I should eat the gumbo."
You should definitely eat the gumbo. Thank you, Miss Terry, for telling us. Because so I'm guessing, okay, I'm going to have to dig some more into your family history to figure out where grandma came from.
Yeah.
um, okay, I think you can answer this question. This one is not Advent related. This is just a question. Who are your very favorite people to follow on social media and why?
Mm. Jackie Hill Perry.
I saw she was in your top podcast,
Was she? Oh, yeah, with the
Spotify.
Perrys. Yes. Yeah, I think I enjoy Jackie because I feel like you get a look into her life without her giving you her whole life. Like there is boundaries and you can see that, but it's also like I'm not gonna shut the world out completely. I also think there is she gives a lot of truth, but she's also very funny. Like even when she's not trying to be.
Mhm.
So I enjoy that. Like I enjoy following her. I've been following a lot of cooking people, chefs. Some of them I don't know their name. It's this one guy. I don't remember his name, but he starts off like every reel and video with mama. He always says mama and then he narrates like this story while he's doing his demonstration of whatever he's cooking. So that's funny too. I'm trying to think other than friends, definitely friends that are in Dallas because I feel like I am keeping in touch with what's happening.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, trying to think who else. I think that's the main people.
I don't know the answer to this. Do you like to sing?
I love to sing, Shonda.
Okay, so what is your favorite Christmas song to sing?
Um,
Wait, can you sing? Like,
no.
okay.
So I could be in a choir, but put
Uh-huh.
me in the choir. Don't put me as a praise leader.
Right, okay, okay. Don't give you the mic. We'll
Yeah,
put you
put
in the
me in
chorus.
the altos, probably like mid to back. Don't put me in the front by the mic. But no, I was in the choir at DTS. You don't remember?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, with Ashley when Ashley was leading and directing.
Okay.
Yep, and I've been in a couple choirs at church. But favorite is hard. I have a Christmas playlist that's like 7 hours long, and I started playing it as soon as I got back from Atlanta for
Oh, wow.
Thanksgiving. But my favorite album is Kurt Franklin's Christmas album. So it's probably one song on there. There's No Christmas Without You. That's a favorite.
Okay. That Kirk Franklin Christmas album, there has not been a Christmas album before or after. I'm gonna say it.
Right.
That can touch that Christmas
Can't
album.
do it.
That
Yeah.
is the best Christmas. Okay, so that leads us to our game.
Is it named that tune?
It is not named that
Yeah, I
tune.
was
Well, it's kind of named that tune, but it's Wheel of Fortune style.
about to say. Okay.
So you have to guess the name of the song. I'm hoping I can get this to present right on my screen and not like share every crazy thing I have open, but let's see. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I can't see you anymore.
I can see me.
Can you see this? Can you see the
Yep, I can
sharing?
see everything. I can see you and I can see the
Okay. Okay. Well, let me just press this real quick and then maybe I can see what you see. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Great. Okay. Okay, Mo, this is a song. Apparently, you have to guess. We could do all the spinning and stuff, but that would just be a distraction.
Okay.
So, go ahead and guess the letter
I'm gonna go with C.
C. Okay. Okay. Yes, there's a C. Okay, you guys in the chat can help Mo with letters. So
N.
an N. Okay, yes. I have to keep thinking through what the letters are. I should have made a little cheat sheet for myself. An N.
Because those C's didn't go where I thought they were gonna go.
Okay. I hope I don't press the wrong letters. Okay.
All right. Um. Ooh, my mom said a P, so I'm gonna go with the P.
No P.
Oh,
Oh, no, no, there is a P. There is a
I
P.
was about to say she's fired. What? M? Sarah. Sarah says M. Let's go with
Sarah
M.
says M. Okay. I think that's it.
I like to buy a vowel.
Uh-huh.
E.
Which letter?
E.
E. Okay. I really should have made a little sheet for myself. Oh.
Well, someone just solved it because
Yeah. Mari just gave it to you.
Thank you, because I've never heard of this song, so I don't know that I would have guessed it.
You don't know this song? Wait, I think I can press this. There it is.
No, I was like, "Oh, come," but then I was like, "No, that's not it."
Okay, okay. So you did great on that one. There's another one. Let me did I stop sharing my screen? I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay. I still can't see it on my end. So let me see. Let's do
Uh-oh, we gotta
Okay.
We got
I
some
got
spam in
another
the
one for
chat.
you. Huh?
We got some spam in the chat.
Oh, goodness. Okay. There we go. I think I got rid of it. Wow. Are we big time that we're getting spammed? Oh my gosh. What kind of
They said, "Oh, too many viewers. Let's kill this."
Okay, can you see my screen? No.
Not yet.
Okay, hold up. Do, 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 do. All right. Okay, you guys, try not to solve it before Mo. Give her letters.
Just help me.
Okay. All right. This one is an activity. Oh man, I don't even remember what it is. Oh, I do.
Okay. Let's start with S.
Yes, there's an S. All right, lots of S's.
Sarah
No,
says
you're fine,
R.
Mari.
Sarah says R, and she was
R.
good. Let's go with R.
Oops, that's not an R. You
Okay.
got a D. You
I'm
already got the
close.
D.
Let's go with C.
C. Duh.
Sending out Christmas cards.
Correct. You're good at these games, Mo.
My mom used to love not Family Feud, Wheel of Fortune.
She
I don't
did.
know why she stopped watching it, but
My
we used to watch
grandmother used to watch Wheel of Fortune every day. Like it was an everyday situation.
I probably would have been better at this game had she, continued that tradition.
Okay, let's see. I think I have one more.
Okay.
Okay, yes, we have one more. Do, 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 do. It's a whole situation to get this up on the screen. So y'all bear with me. Next time I'll need to use two screens so I can see everything at the same time. Okay, I forgot what it is again.
For church Christmas party. I'm over games.
Oh, you are? Okay, well here you go. All right, this is a hymn. A Christmas hymn.
S.
No S.
N.
One N. Y'all help her out because she might need you this time.
O.
Now you're going to solve the whole thing. Yeah.
R.
No R.
No R?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
F. L.
They're helping you out too much. Okay, I'm about to mess this up. Ah, I knew it. I can't spell it in my head. There it is.
I.
You guys in the chat, they know it.
T.
Are you just making me press all the letters for fun?
Oh, little town of Bethlehem.
Yes.
I thought it was born of when I saw. So I was like, "Are you sure there's no R?"
Wait, what did you think it was?
Town, the word town. I thought that word was born.
Oh, okay.
So it was
All
one
right.
of them where it was like either I said R or N, and I was like, "Are you sure?" Yeah.
Okay. So thank you all for playing along in the chat. Each one of you that entered your a letter or something in the chat will be entered into our monthly drawing to get a prize at the end of the month for participating in these countdown to Christmas conversations. So this was fun, Mo. I hope you enjoyed chatting, counting down to Christmas,
I
thinking
think
about
you're
tradition.
doing one gift.
Hmm?
You're doing one winner at the end.
One winner at the end
Okay,
of the
I'm gonna
month.
donate a gift so that there can be two winners.
Oh, okay. Two
It's the
winners.
it's the season of giving.
And
I'm
she's
gonna
not a gift
donate.
giver, so you guys should feel very honored.
I'm gonna donate a gift so it can be a second winner.
Yay. Okay, well, we have two winners at the end of the month. So Sarah, Jen, Miss Terry, Melanie, Mari. Did I miss anybody? You guys are all, and the spammer. You
Yeah.
guys are all entered into the drawing. Each time you share in the live, you'll get another entry into the drawing. So awesome. And at the end of the month, we'll pick two winners. So cool. Okay, on Monday next week, we have a full week, Monday through Friday. I'll have someone joining me for a chat. Monday is my friend Tracy, and she is a gatherer of people. In fact, she's having a Christmas gathering at her house tomorrow. And she does this Christmas brunch every year. So we're going to be talking about gathering friends and community during this season. Tuesday night is my friend Melinda. She is a therapist. We're going to be talking about when this season is hard. And Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday, every night I'll have a friend joining me. On Tuesday night will be a little bit later because I have to go to a Christmas concert for the band. Don't we enjoy
So
those so much? I
fun.
know. It's his last Christmas concert. So I'm excited about that. So we'll be a little later on Tuesday. But thank you guys for joining in. Thank you, Mo, for always saying yes and for being my first guest. Thank you all for joining in the chat. And I will see you all on Monday. Actually, I'll see you Sunday. I'm posting a video to this feed. So please check out the video, watch it. If you're not subscribed, please press the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm only like 650 something people away. So
Yeah, that's
if
all.
each one of you press the subscribe button, if you haven't already, I will be so much closer. All right. Anything else you want to share, Mo, before we go?
I think just reiterating what I said for everyone to embrace the season that you're in, even when it's hard, there's something you can find in that season that's sweet. And seasons change so fast, whether they are good or hard. Even Shonda going to her son's last band Christmas event. It just goes by, life goes by so fast. So find something in this season. It doesn't have to be a tradition. This something that reminds you that whatever is going on in your life, there's something right now that's sweet, and lean into that.
Lean into the sweet of this season. I like that. Thanks, Mo. Y'all have a good night and keep counting down to Christmas. All right.
Mhm.